Hello, this is Gary Whiting, Rotary Past District Governor and Gift of Life Arizona Board President, and I thank you for the opportunity to tell you our story about Gift of Life Arizona. Actually, Gift of Life as a concept got started in the mid-70s when a GSE team from New York went to Uganda. And while there, it was pointed out by the Rotarians that a little girl at that time was 4 years old by the name of Gracie, we refer to her as Gracie, had a congenital heart defect that was very serious, and if not corrected, she would not have the opportunity for a normal and healthy life. Could Rotary help? So Rotary went to work. The little girl and the mother were taken back to New York, where the surgery was performed at St. Francis Hospital in New York, and her life was saved. And now Gracie is a young 40-year-old woman who is now a Gift of Life Global Ambassador. So you never know when the life that you save of someone may be a country leader, a leader of an organization like Rotary, but in this case is going to have a global impact for Gift of Life. Gift of Life is a project of the 3 Rotary districts in Arizona and was started in 1985. Its mission is simple: provide medical and surgical intervention for needy children from around the world, including the USA, who are suffering from congenital heart defects. So what is a typical congenital heart defect? Well, as you look on the left, you'll see a normal heart, the 4 chambers, and obviously the blue and the red blood circulating normally through the heart. However, on the right is a type of defect that we see most often and probably represents about 50 to 60% of the cases that we have. And if you look, you'll see there is a major hole between the 2 ventricles that a surgeon has to go in and close up. Sometimes chambers have to be reshaped. Sometimes blood vessels have to be moved around, but normally speaking, this is the kind of hole that we'll see in a heart, and it may even be up between the 2 upper chambers versus the lower. Gift of Life, you might say, is a fundraising organization, and the reason being is, depending on what the situation is, with the heart defect, we pay a stipend between $6,000 and $12,000 that is paid to the hospital or the hospital foundation for each heart surgery for each child. The pediatric cardiologists, doctors, the surgeons, and other professionals donate all their time and their skills, and the hospital that we work with donates the room, the nursing support, bed, and supplies. If you see the little girl on the right, she is about 5 years old, and we did her about 1.5 years, almost 2 years ago. She came to us with blue, what we call a blue person, which is her nails were blue, her lips were blue, and even the tint of her eyes were blue. She was very lethargic and undersized, underweight, not normal height. She could basically walk under a table and not touch it with her head. 2 days after surgery, this little picture was taken, and all of a sudden, 5 years of that kind of life said, "Look out, world, here I come," because 2 days after surgery, you couldn't keep this little tyke in bed. So what we had to do was to get her to cooperate, and we bribed her, so to speak, with the glasses that you see, and if you'll notice, they are heart glasses. We use 12 hospitals, 6 of which are in Arizona. 5 of them are in the Phoenix area, and 1 is down in Tucson. The one that we normally use the most are either Phoenix Children or the University Medical Center in Tucson. We use 6 hospitals in Mexico. They are spread across Mexico, and the latest one we just added about a year ago, which was in Puebla, just south of Mexico City. And the reason that we were able to add that is a group of Rotarians from Rotary District 5490 were going down to deliver wheelchairs to the Rotarians down there for children that were in need. And while there, it was pointed out that they had a high incidence of congenital heart defects in that area. And so the flag went up, I was contacted, and as a result, we were able to open up a hospital, work with the pediatric cardiologist surgeons down there, and thus far in Puebla, we have accomplished 3 surgeries in the last year, and we've got 2 more that are scheduled. We also use 2 hospitals in India. It's a lot easier to have a child go from that part of the world into India and work with those hospitals and the Rotary clubs that are in those areas, rather than bring the mother and the child back to the United States, particularly since 9/11, it's very difficult with visas and so forth. So what's happened since 1985? Well, I'm real proud to tell you that the Gift of Life Arizona project has now completed its 278th child. We've touched 24 countries, of which 23 of those children come from the USA. And you can see our impact as you look at India, where we've done 15, and in Mexico, 173, and as I just said, the USA, 23. I want to share with you 3 Gift of Life goals. The first goal is that we have 20 needy children that are on the waiting list right now, and we need to do them as soon as we can. The second goal is really a long-term goal, and that is that we're in the first year of a 5-year plan to be able to achieve 100 surgeries per year within 5 years. Now, in order to do that, that will require a budget of in excess of $1 million, and we're going to need many more USA hospitals that will be able to work with us. That's a big goal, but we think it is achievable. And the third goal is I want to announce to you, because we're so close to saving 300 children's lives, that we have started the 300 Club. And so we're asking you to look and consider at the donation of $300 to be able to become a member of the 300 Club and to be able to help us save the lives of these 300 children in total by this time next year in 2013. Being a member of that club, we'll have some special events and some special recognition, and you'll hear more about this in the very near future. I want to share with you a video that was made by a New York High School Interact Club who decided as a project they wanted to get involved with Gift of Life. As such, they decided they would raise some money to support some of these heart operations, of which they raised over $35,000. This is their story about how Gift of Life affected them as a project and what was accomplished.
What was your life like at 9 years old? This is Marta. She was born with a septal defect in her heart, which mixes her oxygen-rich blood with her oxygen-poor blood, depriving her body of oxygen. This type of defect initially causes shortness of breath, but will eventually cause lung damage and possibly death. At 9 years old, Marta was raped. 9 months later, she gave birth to a baby boy named Christian. Because her mother is incapable of supporting them and her father is in jail, Marta and her son live in an orphanage for teenage mothers. But today, Marta is 12, and this June, the Gift of Life will be flying her to Italy for her heart surgery, which will save her life and allow her to raise her son in good health. What if you had nothing? Veronica also lives with a life-threatening heart condition similar to Marta. 4 months ago, an electrical fire burned down her home, leaving her family to live in a pile of rubble. Because Veronica is sick, she slept on the only mattress her family had, which was donated by their neighbors. Recently, the Gift of Life rebuilt her home, allowing the family to live in a suitable place during the rainy season, which has just begun. And in June, Syosset High School is sponsoring Veronica's life-saving heart surgery in the Ukraine. This year, Gift of Life has begun its 5-year initiative to establish sustainable medical facilities in El Salvador. By training doctors and setting up pediatric cardiac units alongside the Salvadorian government, the Gift of Life is giving El Salvador the capability to perform cardiac surgeries on its own patients, as well as patients from around the world. On June 15th, 38 Salvadorian kids will be flying to 12 different countries to receive their life-saving heart surgery. Thanks to Syosset High School support this year, the Interact Club has raised over $35,000. With this money, 7 children will be saved. By supporting this cause, you have changed so many lives. You have saved 7 children. You have given 7 families their sister or brother, their daughter or son. On behalf of the families we met in El Salvador, thank you. They are eternally grateful.
As you look at the children that we have participated in helping to save their lives, I hope that you'll give some consideration in supporting the Gift of Life Arizona project. As you consider that, please keep in mind the 300 Club as we approach 300 needy children, lives being saved. These kids are from tiny babies to children 7, 8, sometimes 10, 11 years old. Every life is worth saving. And we ask you, again, to please consider. And as you consider, think about the 300 Club. And yes, our little teddy bear that we give to each child before surgery so that they have a friend. After surgery, it's put back in their arms so when they wake, they see their friend and they're not so afraid. And then the third is that bear that we teach them how to put it on their chest to help ease the chest trauma as they hug the bear. That bear goes home with that child as a remember who helped save their life. Rotary and the Gift of Life Arizona. Again, please consider the 300 Club. Thank you so much.